Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this presentation for the Moredown Foundation from myself, Craig Gosling. I'm actually the local business development manager for the Lookers Audi in Edinburgh, Audi being the product of choice for your organisation. First of all, let me just tell you a little bit about myself. I have been in the industry for over 40 years, working in management and sales, and I have been working with some of the best manufacturers in the world today, companies such as Vauxhall, Ford, BMW. Okay. I'm regarded as being knowledgeable in the funding process of new vehicles, particularly for fleet, and particularly with business contract hire and outright purchase. Okay. Always try to regard myself as being easy to do business with, and my customers regard me as being very honest, and integrity all come as standard with me. Okay. As I said a bit earlier, representing Edinburgh Audi through the Lookers brand. Working directly from the Edinburgh location, which is a very accessible point in Edinburgh. It's not in the town centre. It's part of the Child-Hurst group as well, and we obtain a Google rating of 4.3, which I regard as very, very good score. We have 12 Audi centres nationwide, and all our staff are fully accredited in the workshop and in the sales department. They're fully Audi accredited. We're the only Audi centre in the east of Scotland, and we've been representing this fantastic brand for over 30 years. Really, part of our heritage started way back in 1908 by our founder John Looker. Started off making bicycles and selling bicycles. We were then appointed a distributor for Austin Motor Vehicles in 1918, and then we go on to expand, going through all the points here, and I won't name them all because there's too many high points to mention, but we bought the Child-Hurst Group in 1996. We went then on to acquire Taggart's in 2004, and in 2008 we acquired Bramall. And the big point is we acquired the Lohmann Audi Group, which we were part of in 2012, and we've never looked back since. 2017, Lookers moved to a new state-of-the-art headquarters in Altrincham, down in Manchester, and in 2018 we acquired the Jennings Motor Group. So you can see there that there's a very large organisation behind your potential purchase today. I can tell you that we have over 110 branches nationwide. So what that means for you is that you're never far from a service centre should you require any work doing on any of the vehicles at any time. We're even in Northern Ireland, as I said, as part of the Child-Hurst Group, but we're quite centrally located, and as you can see there, just about every corner of the country is therefore covered. As you can see there, these are some of the customers that Edinburgh Audi deal with, and there's so many of the big sort of national leasing companies such as ALD, Navuna. We've also got Select Car Leasing and Lex Auto Lease as part of the motor side of it, the motor finance side of it, and some of the bigger customers such as the NHS and Tilbury Douglas. The list goes on. There are many, many more customers, but I didn't have time to list them all today. Doing a little bit of research about the Moredown Foundation. My understanding of the business, in just some brief bullet points here, it's a registered charity supporting livestock health and welfare through research and education. You were formed by farmers in the 1920s. The Moredown Foundation is dedicated to improving the understanding, treatment and prevention of infectious diseases in the farmyard. Moredown has always maintained a close working relationship with the farming community and has an annual turnover of 12.6 million, incorporating the Moredown Foundation and the Moredown Research Institute. So some high points there and some of the things that you know that you do well. Having had some discussions with Tom, current vehicles being run at present are represented by the following brands. At present you have one BMW, you have one Lexus and one Mercedes, with most that are coming up for renewal in the next 18 months or so. You tell me that potential fleet expansion by additional 2 vehicles in the year 2024, and you don't have any policy in place, so it's a user chooser. Each person is happy to come and have a look and choose their own vehicle, of which I'm more than happy to visit your premise, bring the vehicle that you're interested in and demonstrate that fully to each individual member of staff. You say that most of the funding business is through contract hire and potential outright purchase, and you would like to change each vehicle roughly every 36 months, although you are open to a better deal as and when it arises, and maybe go on to a shorter term potentially. One of the big things that you mentioned was a cost reduction and savings in benefit in kind. And with your average person doing mileages between 12 and 25k, depending on their job function that they do. So we did some recommendations based after that discussion with Tom, and what we further found out more was that the requirements were as follows. Good fuel economy, which is very important to the business and making savings. Savings and benefit in kind, which helps each individual's staff member, helps their own individual pocket, and also aids with staff retention when they're making some good savings on the company vehicle that they use. It had to fall within a budget, which stands to reason, but you did want a quality vehicle, nothing too large, and something that was compact and was easy to park. You're now making strides towards electric vehicles potentially in the future. However, you didn't feel that that was necessarily right at this point, but you did want something that was environmentally friendly. So we've looked at all of these things, and we'll make some recommendations next for you. And the car that we came up with was the A3 Sportback TFSI hybrid model. Okay. Now, again, some of the points on this particular vehicle were safety and technology that you required. So you were looking for driver safety, so airbags were important, front and passenger airbags. Disc brakes were important for you, as well as front and side airbags. Your staff are in the vehicle quite a lot at the time, so they wanted good audio, and so they wanted something that would be enjoyable to use, and whilst they were in the vehicle all of those hours. Navigation system was also important for you, as your staff are at different places at different times and don't always know where they're going all the time, as well as the Audi Virtual Cockpit with Bluetooth interface as well, which is very important for phone connection, etc., etc. Now, we looked at a business contract hire quote for you, which seemed to be the method of funding of choice. And what we did look at was a business contract hire over the 36 months. The mileage on this particular vehicle is likely to be 12,000 miles per annum, and you're looking to put in as much as you could as an initial rental. So using 9 payments in advance, we therefore worked out a payment of $486.44 plus VAT, and this seems to fit rather within your budget. Okay. Excess mileage will be charged at 9.98 pence per mile, and the P11D, which again suits you, at 36,345 of value. In the discussions a bit earlier, we obviously wanted to know about benefit in kind, and there was an initial inquiry of the vehicle for a petrol S-Line model. And you can see by the example in the middle there of a cost of ownership would be £452 per month on the S-Line petrol, with a benefit in kind of £361 per month. This is based on a 40% taxpayer. However, once we start to dig a little bit deeper, the car that we've actually provided the quotation on is the cost of ownership is £218 per month, with the benefit in kind of £199 per month. So there's a saving of £162 per month for the individual, which gets you your car of choice and meets all your other requirements that you had asked me for. Now, why choose VWFS Fleet? This is another finance company that we use, whereby you would have a dedicated account manager. You would be involved in a self-service customer portal, which you would have easy access to. We can tie up all your vehicles on a master lease agreement, so therefore cutting down the need for administration when everything's all tied up nicely in one document. There's a no quibble tyre policy with maintenance agreements that you wish to take out, and we can supply any brand of car or van should you require. And there's also a maintenance recharge facility whereby if you have a maintenance agreement, and then also we can then move over to consolidated monthly invoicing. And another big thing is that there's a £100 end of contract damage waiver where there would be no charge if it was £100 or less. And another big thing as well, you would have free of charge contract amendments if you needed to change your mileage, for example. Part of my job function is really to provide you with dedicated support. I really want to get to know you better and understand all of your needs for now and going forward, and extremely keen to develop a business relationship with you, and hoping that all of this then would take the strain away from running a fleet vehicle for you. I'd like to think that I was one point of contact for sales and for service, so should you need anything at all from me, please do not hesitate to give me a call, and I will take care of everything as far as I can. Any questions now? Thank you.